Hey everyone, welcome to Mastery Codes. I'm really excited to open this space up for conversation around the numerological contract energies of the day and how we might be experiencing them, but more so how we can use the insights and the wisdom from the insights of the numbers, like the empowering sides of the numbers, to really help us move forward when we find ourselves in those places of confusion or maybe frustration. So today, is really welcoming the mastery code of inner harmony. So this beautiful six of diamonds from a numerological perspective with Astro-Egyptian numerology, we utilize all the different codes within the life path through the system that looks very much like a deck of cards. So each day has its own specific rhythm, its own specific energy. And as we look at the contract, we really look at all the places where we might be holding karmic debt in an effort to be able to release the lesson into higher wisdom, a higher perspective that's also available to us. So when I think of that, I think of the inner harmony with the six that wants to have us harmonize those places where we might be seeing patterns show up over and over again that are an indebtedness, whether it's with our money or our time and our family harmony, our home life, those places where we can sometimes find ourselves good in one area and maybe struggling in another. That energy today is really here for us to take a look around our environment, take a look around at what we've been saying we want to be doing for ourselves, because we're bringing ourselves back to home, to ourselves, and getting very honest in the actions that might be required of us to make a pivot. So seeds have been planted, decisions have been made. We've been saying we're taking care of our health. We're going to honor and have more harmony with our wealth picture, our money. We're going to really land into more harmony at home. But today is going to be showing you in the mind where our thinking patterns are keeping us stuck in loop, right? Where do we desire to interject a new direction, a pivot, a different way of thinking to free us to take another next step action that will bring us toward more of what we're wanting, not keeping us away, stuck in loop, or cycling over and over and over again. So as you really feel into today, what I love about coming live now, we've had most of the day to experience this energy. I can tell you this morning I woke up and I kind of wanted to, in my own business, I have days where those ebbs and flows are there where I just wanted to step back and do nothing. Like I really just wanted to burn it all down and start over fresh. And I know now by watching and witnessing and observing myself through this and then checking in on the energy of the day, going, oh, here's what's ready to clear. It's these old ways of thinking I need to be doing something a certain way. There were new ways, new ideas, new things to birth forth, maybe a little switch on what I've been doing that really has been pulling on my heart to get it in action. Today was a perfect day for that. But until I'd actually voiced that to my team, really talked about the direction I wanted to take things, I could have either just stayed in the same loop and keep beating myself up in the thoughts that I was thinking or the unhappiness, or really switch into something different to allow myself to receive the next beautiful layers of abundance that were here. So this reminds me that sometimes that external noise, that distortion of the perception of what we're thinking is the very thing that creates more of that chaos. And the invitation today from this energy is to land into what else is possible, really landing into the truth of what you want right now and being willing to take the next step action towards something more in the direction of what you're wanting to go towards without having to know how it all looks, right? There were ways I wanted to be showing up online. There were new ideas for little snippets of videos, things I'd been kind of sitting in the back burner, even ways of taking care of my health. Like a lot of these things might be present for you as you land into this energy. What haven't you been doing that you've been saying you're going to do? That is going to be very strong in the way you're thinking today. That invites us into tomorrow's energy of how you want to feel about it differently. But there's no better time than the present to make that pivot, to give yourself grace and compassion for where you've been, realizing sometimes we're just defaulting to an old pattern that wants to be seen so it can be shown a light on, put a little light on it, and we can be with it. because when we avoid it, it just continues to grow and fester. And when we can really take a look at it, we can therefore love and appreciate the fact that we tuned in to the pattern itself and are able to choose a different route, right? We can actually shift our thinking toward a new action, get into action, and realize that is what has been waiting for us to decide all along. The body has been aching for the decision to drop down in here where we can take a next action step, not just keep ruminating up in the mind and creating more chaos. So it's an invitation to cultivate new compassion through awareness, feeling and appreciating the accomplishments, feeling and appreciating the abundance that's already around here, what you've already created. And when it comes to business, how far you've come with the skills, the techniques, the conversations, the momentum, and be back in the appreciation of those particular energies, not the lack of. So that indebtedness can show up in karmic debt through lack of not being where you want to in your body, lack of money in your bank account, lack of clients calling in your calendar. And if we're focused on the lack, we're perpetuating more of the lack. Today is the invitation to find those places where you might be in that karmic pattern, to realize that you're the one who can set yourself free. The inner mastery, the inner work is what is being asked of you in this moment, to be able to be with the way that you're thinking and realize there's always a higher perception. And when we pivot toward what's higher, toward what we love more, to the frequency of love, to inviting in more love into our body, more love into our bank account, more love into our business, we can get right back on track in momentum and alignment to see where it takes us next, to who we're becoming as we step into it. So we're not wasting all that energy and all that time on ruminating in the past or some future event that hasn't happened yet. We set our sights with allowing ourselves to imagine that radiant completion of how we want to feel when we're welcoming in those clients. We're holding the space for more wealth. We're holding the space for that growth. And we're really allowing ourselves to step into the leadership and the self-authority that will take us to our very next level. So let me know how this lands for you today. Hi, Rosalie. Thanks for being here. And let me know in the comments below if you're thinking about this now and we're really feeling into how this energy feels in your body. How did you experience it today? Pop it in the comments and let's keep the conversation going. I'll catch you again later this week for another episode of Mastery Codes, and I can't wait to see you then. Bye for now.